Hi, I am Kira858, and we're excited to bring you our first episode of our brand new campaign, Fractured Destiny. We want to give a huge thank you for coming by and watching this fantastic cast weave this incredible story. We're going to jump into our campaign, but first, let's talk about the sponsors that help make this happen. Fractured Destiny is now partnered with Untitled Champions. Untitled Champions is one of the biggest D&D games around, and this week a list of champions have been buffed to help push you past that troublesome wall. If you hit !code in chat, you will receive a code for a free Electrum chest. This chest provides free premium content to help accelerate your progress in the game. So with that, enjoy. And if you like our show and would like to support us, Fractured Destiny has a Patreon. All the funds sent to our Patreon goes directly to the cast, and the Patreon offers exclusive content like after shows, podcasts, Patreon exclusive Discord channels, and even bonus episodes. Your contributions helps us as content creators, but if you're not able to contribute financially but would like to support us, liking, retweeting, and getting the word out already does so much. It truly does make a major difference, and we appreciate all that you've done for the channel. And with that, it's time we have our cast introduce themselves and see who they're playing. And we'll start first with our lovable DM, Noir. Noir, would you like to talk about yourself?
Hey, everybody, I'm Noir. I go by he, they. Today I'll be playing, the birds, the bees, the trees. I'm just kidding. I'm the GM. I'm everybody, especially the bad guys. But that's enough about me. Let's get to the most important part, which is the players. And I'm just going to pick somebody at random. So prepare yourself. I hope you're ready.
Sure, go ahead. Are we doing a D6 or?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna pick somebody at random, and then I panicked. Sorry. But you talk first. So Kira, tell us about yourself.
Hey, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm Kira858. I'm playing Rowanari, who is the youngest of our sextuplets. Quarry-wise, they're a bit unique, a bit indecisive, and they are probably in some deep doo-doo this episode. We shall see.
All right. You know what? We use the popcorn system. You pick who goes next.
All right. Jessica, go ahead.
Hi. My name is Jessica Lynn Verdi. I'm playing the second youngest of the sextuplets, and my character's name is Seneca, and she's a fighter, and she's a little petulant, but, she means well.
All right. And who's going next?
Oh shit! Yeah. Ooh, sorry. We're allowed to curse, right?
Yes.
PG-13.
Okay.
PG-13.
We better be, or we're in a lot of trouble.
Oh poop. Glyza.
Sorry, I got distracted by sextuplets. My name is Glyza. Hello, I am a podcast. No, I'm a lot of things. I have a lot of stuff. But today I'm a TTRPG performer. And I will be playing Dewara, the older sister with no secrets and no chaos. I swear.
I don't believe that. Well, who you picking next?
Ree.
Goodness. Hello, everyone. I'm Ree, and I'm playing Dari, the chaotic sibling who is wanted by some people sometimes. You never know what's going to happen.
So chill about that. I love it. Awesome. And Ree, who's next?
Well, I'm going to go with Lisa.
There you go.
Well, hello. I am Elisa Pearl. I am playing Pruitt. She is a druid. Yes, that rhymes. And she's Circle of Spores druid, so she's kind of a goth girl, kind of emo a little bit. And she's super into like poisons and fungi. So that's kind of her thing.
All right.
Awesome.
Perfect. And so with that, I think it's about time that we transition to our intro video for episode 1 of Fractured Destiny. All right, and we are back. So with that said, Noir, take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fractured Destinies, our D&D 5th edition show set in my homebrew world of Gloria. This is the first episode, but we had a pretty extensive 0.5 episode where we kind of set the plate for everything that happened today. So, in order to provide context for everything that you're going to be walking in on, and don't worry, even if you don't get the context, you'll still be able to follow along. What I like to do is I like to give my players a chance to start each session with inspiration. And in order for them to acquire that inspiration, they simply need to provide a recap of the previous session. Now, we've made this offer before the cameras went live, and we had 2 volunteers. So we are going to start with our characters, Dewata and Dari, basically telling you, the audience, what happened in our 0.5 episode. So which of the 2 of you would like to go first?
I think we should do this together. Figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out how we'll
that
do
won't
it.
be chaotic at all.
It'll be perfect.
I'm excited.
Thank you. I will be saying this as Dewata. It's 6 a.m. I am awake. Dari and Pruitt just came home, so I'm gonna go make some great dinner. Breakfast. I'm really tired. I've only slept for 3 hours, so that's why I'm like all over the place. So I'm gonna go make some hot chocolate, some great food, and hang out and wait for everybody to wake up so that we can all go to the festival together. Lots of things happen at home, and I think eventually everybody did wake up. And Dari, can you tell people how I woke you up?
Once my lovely sister decided to impose upon my beauty sleep with pointless theatrics, of course I responded as anyone would, with mostly illusionary sparks on her feet, which sent her running away in fear, which, I think is perfectly fair. And then apparently, sometime while I was gone, my sisters learned how to cook delightful food, which was great.
Learned?
The neighbors
I've always knew how to cook.
Of course you did. The rest of the neighbors were not exactly happy for us to be back, but again, they certainly won't forget that I'm back anyway. Was there anything I forgot, Dewata?
Well, after that, Roanari came with this weirdest looking cat thing. It definitely freaked Seneca out. And then I think Kermit came to visit. Who's Kermit again? Oh, the driver of the Roanari's friend. And then Chomsky's, our neighbor, just came over and was like, yo, can you keep it down? And then I was like, yeah, we will. But we didn't because there was a lot of things happening. We insulted Kermit multiple times before we finally, got ready. Me and Pruitt cooked some really good stuff for the festival to give to Chomsky later. We tried to give it at their home, but they were like, nah. No, the son was like, nah. I don't want to be responsible for that. And then I think, what did we do after that, Dari?
Well, after I laid some wisdom upon our friend Kermit, we made our way to this wonderful, not exactly exciting fair where our lovely sister Pruitt came across a devastatingly interesting plant that she absolutely had to have, and is, I think, currently deciding whether or not she should steal one, which I'm not saying she should, but that's a separate conversation.
As the responsible one, don't steal it.
You absolutely should. But I managed to bestow upon our new friends the gift of music, and I earned myself 75 gold. So this is a wonderful event. I believe that was most of the important stuff, isn't that right?
No, you totally missed the part where there was a big fight between Seneca and Pruitt and something about their shirts. No, Pruitt's shirt. I should have known better. I should have told Seneca not to touch Pruitt's stuff, and I should have kept Pruitt's stuff away, but also Pruitt should just chill. If she really cared about her clothes, she should have brought it, is what I'm saying. She left for so long, okay?
I'm a light packer.
And then finally, as I was calming everybody down, everybody's eyes just like pointed way up to the big Chicago bean thing and was like, oh no, totally taggy looking Chicago bean thing.
That's how it was in my brain too.
Thank you. And then, and then everybody's eyes went black, and there was like a big dream that had happened with you, Dari. Right? It was totally scary. And then everybody was like, "Let's fight the big Chicago bean thing and destroy it."
Did you mention that like the festival is like a dream festival or something?
Oh, I haven't. But yes, that is what it was, a dream festival. But we can't really dream, so we just pretend that we saw what everybody else saw, even though we didn't. I don't know how we pulled it off for so many years, but we have.
I was gonna fight it.
Unforgettable.
So
we were all gonna fight it, yeah.
just to smooth that out for our followers here. This story takes place in the world of Nervay, and currently Nervay is going through what they call the Festival of Reflection. It's a festival in which everybody in the city at one point in the day has what is called the shared dream, where everybody comes to the center of town, and in the center of town there is a glowing silver orb. It is an orb unlike Cloudgate or the bean in Chicago, which is bean shaped. This is orb shaped. I remember this is a PG-13 show. So
did I hit a nerve or something? I'm sorry.
No,
we just can't talk about beans
or Chicago things.
No, it's great. It's great. It's great when PCs volunteer for the trouble I have in mind. So,
crap.
The family is all together for the first time in a while. Pruitt and Dari went off on their own adventures, and they've come back home for the first time in a long time. There were morning shenanigans in which the neighbors were woken up by a very liberal use of the thaumaturgy spell. Upon being told to calm the noise down, they were invited to come to the festival with the neighbors that they live close to. However, there was another invitation given to them by my brain stopped working, by one of Rowanari's friends, who is a very famous actress, and her name is Macaulay. The invitation was sent through her driver, a gnome by the name of Kermit. After various interactions with Kermit, most of them negative, they were all taken to the festival and taken to the elite hedge, which is a raised hedge that oversees the lower fields where the festival takes place. In order to get to the elite hedge, one has to walk through Poisoner's Row. Upon walking through Poisoner's Row, Pruitt had an interaction with a particularly deadly plant named Lilith's Tears. There was a sort of bonding moment, and in that bonding moment, the plant seemed to sneeze and place spores within Pruitt's hair. After a bit of engagement with Macaulay and a rival by the name of Rizzard, the family went to go observe the orb more closely. And upon doing that, Dari had a vision where he saw a figure clad in darkness who seemed to be corrupting everyone in the shared dream. At the exact same time that this vision was taking place, Macaulay, Rowanari's friend, began to have spasms, a fit. Romanari volunteered to take Macaulay to her carriage alongside with Kermit, but Kermit stopped moving and began to be engaged in the shared dream, and everybody began to take part in the shared dream except the sextuplets and Macaulay from the looks of it. So now Rowanari is driving off in the carriage, trying to get Macaulay some help. And the rest of the family has drawn their weapons at the advice of Dari, who suggested that they need to destroy the orb. And that's where we start our adventure. Weapons drawn, a look of determination. And this orb just floating in the sky, and you see everyone looking up and their eyes now turned black, and you see a couple of them have begun to shed black tears from their eyes and to shake and convulse. What do you all do?
How many of us are still like open to fighting? Like, so I have both my short swords out, and Pruitt's like down to DTF, down to fight.
Diwata is like, doesn't understand what's happening, but sees her siblings with weapons and is like, yo, no, we're not doing this right now because I don't know what's going on. But she'll be easily convinced to fight if like Dari explains what's happening or something.
How far are we from the Chicago Bean?
It is an orb, and it is 50 feet. It is 50 feet in the air.
But like, how far are we from it? Are we close? Are we like
you're right under it? Well, yeah, because at the end of the last session, you moved towards it, so you are right under it, and it is 50 feet above you, and you have your weapons drawn. I
imagine that this would be disadvantaged, but I would really like to like jump and like throw my swords into it, kind of like hook, like on, like just want to. If it's 50 feet in the air, it sounds unlikely.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check with disadvantage.
I would do whatever you say, sir. Okay. Well, that's probably not going to get worse than that. 8. Or so, yeah, 8.
So you jump, and you try to wait till you get to the peak, but you feel yourself like suppressed, as although something is pushing you down.
Oh, okay. Does it hurt me, or is it just
No, it kind of feels like, you ever see somebody go up for a layup, but like somebody kind of blocks it? That's you just got blocked.
Got it.
Seeing this, Diwata clicks her boots and little wings pop out, and she's gonna try to fly and see if she can push past it.
Okay, so you fly. You don't feel any resistance.
All right. Well, I'm going to look down at my siblings and like, someone explain what's going on before we do anything.
Well,
I was told to break the sphere.
To break the sphere. That's what my question was. In which case, and then I have my scimitar out, but Pruitt is actually going to first cast Chill Touch because it has a nice range. And so you all see this ghostly skeletal hand approach the orb and then just like hopefully whack it.
Okay. So you cast a spell and you conjure up a skeletal hand and it goes flying up. And you see it hits the orb and there's like a slight crack to it.
Okay.
I need you to make me a wisdom save, please.
Oh dear. That seemed too easy.
We get advantage.
To just auto hit. We do get advantage. Okay.
Well, Pruitt does. Oh, go ahead.
21. And okay, 21.
You feel necrotic energy hovering just just above the skin, enough to brush the hairs on your skin. And then you hear a voice. Can I protect you?
No, thank you. Creepy voice in my head. Whatever.
So you kind of reject the voice and you hear just a little, just like this little sadness. And you are going to take.
It's the flower.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, sorry. You should have figured it out on your own. The poor babe, the poor
I thought
sweet.
it was the orb thing. I thought
Totally
it was
fair.
the orb thing. Trying to.
No, there's a lot happening right now. It's okay.
I had a perspective, you didn't.
And if I recall correctly, last episode you were the one that saw the vine kind of come down the hair and go back up, so that makes sense. You're only going to take.
No, it was me.
Oh, sorry. You're going to only take 2 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Pruitt just shakes that off and says, "Okay, should we just keep whacking at this thing?"
I was just gonna make the thing fall from the sky, and then I would like to cast Eldritch Blast. Is there like chains? Is it being held up by like chains or something?
It's just hovering up, but I will give you all the chance to make a perception check.
Ooh.
I do have one quick question, Noir.
Absolutely.
Is this sphere the first time it's been used, or is this common for every festival?
This is common for every festival.
Okay, so this is something we've seen. I also want to roll perception, though I can't imagine as a fighter it would be good, but I'd like to also take this opportunity to tell Pruitt.
You have advantage on it.
I will do it. Pruitt, I just want you to look in the reflection of the sphere how good this shirt looks on me.
Okay.
Just for
La 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 la. I'm not listening. La, la,
just
la,
for
la,
I mean, look how good I look.
I got a 22 on perception.
Jeez.
All right. So with the 20, so the way we're going to do this is a 1 to 5. You don't really see anything. You can tell that the dome was damaged, but other than that, you can't really see much. 5 to 10, you notice that there's slight movement at the side, at the point of damage. 10 to 15, you're able to put together that it is repairing itself. You can see the cracks starting to come back together. 15 to 20, you can see that there is something wrong with your reflections in the orb. 20 to 25, you can see that there's something wrong with Pruitt's in particular. 25 to 30, you can see that Pruitt's reflection's hand is still in the position of casting that spell, as though the reflection just casted it at Pruitt.
So I'm in the range of seeing that something's wrong with my reflection. What exactly do I see then? The next step. That's the next thing.
I probably see it.
Dewada sees that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what is going on?
Very important question. What does it look like when Pruitt cast Cold Touch?
Yeah, I think she does. Since she had her scimitar in her hand, she still does that motion of like, it's kind of like you can't see the whole thing, but like this. Like a.
And are there any changes to her eyes or physical features?
Yeah, everything with her is kind of tinged with black and green, and her magic has green tinges. So yeah, her eyes would probably light up green.
So you would see her in the ending pose of the spell, but her eyes are glowing blue instead of your normal green.
I am going to go down and push Pruitt out of the way just in case something comes back, because I'm worried that would do something to her.
Okay. You can kind of see that Pruitt has already kind of shown signs of being hit with something. So what it's threatening to do, it has already done.
Oh.
I would like to cast Eldritch Blast.
There we go. Go ahead and roll me. Okay, yeah. It's only one beam right now. So go ahead, roll me your attack roll.
Oh wow! So I think it's 2.
Oh, it's 2 right now? Yeah, I always forget. I think it's. I always think it's like 10th level that it's 2, but I think it's actually 5th.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter because I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Okay. So with the 2, it just fizzles before it even gets there. With the 1, you see your reflection doing the exact same movements as you, but with a different touch at the end, and your beam turns, spins in the air, and I need you to make me a dexterity save. Ooh. DC 15.
What is 15? I rolled exactly a 15. Look at that.
And so you're used to this. You understand what the movements were. This is someone co-opting control of your spell. And as soon as you recognize, oh, that's what I would do at me, you dodge out of the way and poof, the beam comes slamming down at where you were.
No one likes an imitation.
Make me a wisdom save.
But you know what? These dice are cursed. I rolled a 5. I rolled another 2.
Don't worry. It's not anything harmful. It's just now it has access to speak to you, and it goes imitation or an improvement. Oh, you go for it.
It was a 3 on the dice.
Imitation or improvement?
Cheap imitation. The original is always better.
What do you all do now?
Okay.
Did that thing just bring it back to you, Dari, as I'm floating?
Yeah, it's been normal, honestly. I fought myself like 7, 8 times now.
We'll get to that later. Looks like attacking it is not going to work. Are you okay? Did your damage you too much?
Who, me?
And I look at Pruitt, yeah.
I was only a little damaged, but I think the same thing happened to me that happened to Dari. It just gave me back the damage that I should have given it.
I'm gonna go fly and touch the butt.
As soon as you put your finger to like touch this thing, before you touch the surface, the you that's your reflection, it stops doing the point and then does this and goes, "You sure?"
Yeah. I think I will.
Is it because you think you have to?
Yeah. I think I have to now.
Of course, that's what the oldest would do, isn't it?
Shh. I do not reply and I just touch it.
Roll me a Constitution save.
Where's my call? There it is. Okay. Ha! Natural 20. 23.
Okay. So as you touch this thing, you feel something trying to invade, something trying to come in, and you rebuff it. And it just goes, well, if I can't get out, you're just going to have to come in. Roll me a wisdom save. Oh, wait. You know what? I will say, because you rebuffed it, I'll give you the chance to either pull your finger away or let this happen.
I'm going to let it happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I still roll my wisdom thing? All right, cool. So the first one is an 8, but I have advantage. Eight,
Why do I let y'all be clash stars?
22. Because I have +8.
Okay. Unfortunately,
Oh.
this is still a fail. This was DC 25.
Oh, well.
So you do see Duato slowly being dragged in. And that's where the camera is going to sway. And we find ourselves in a carriage. And you hear, "Are we away from everyone?" And there is a woman convulsing in very fancy garb. We know this to be Macaulay, who is, of course, Rowanari's friend. They're galloping full pace to Macaulay's home, but she's just roaring, "Are we away from everyone?"
Well, I think so. I'm going as fast as I can. Come on, horse, giddy up, giddy up. Okay. Yes, we're away, I think, from everyone. And they'll take a look around just to make sure that no one's in direct line of sight.
And with that, she pushes you on the other side of the carriage, almost pushing you so hard that the door opens and you almost fling out for a second, but you're able to grab on. And she grabs a chain and pulls it down, and you see a cage come down on the side of her. And there are iron barbs on the side of her door as well. And she goes, "Thank you so much." And she begins to scream, and you can see her muscle mass increases and her fingers start to sharpen. And then it all goes back down, and she's Macaulay again. And she starts to cough. And she goes, "I don't understand." And she's looking at you. What do you do?
First, they're in shock because they had no idea that they were in such rage to get grabbed and yeeted like that. So first, they're like kind of like get back to their gatherings, like pushing themselves back up. And then when they notice that she didn't fully transform, they're like, "Wait, you didn't change. Are you okay?
No.
Are you okay?"
Well, you could hear a couple of bones just kind of as she's reverting back to herself. And then she just kind of moves her neck. You hear, she goes, "Oh,
I'm still not used to that."
You're not used to it.
That has to hurt. I see people like kind of cracking their neck when they're nervous, but that's like a whole different degree. That's like owl status right there.
Yeah, that's what happens when one spine goes from being one species of creature to another species of creature. And speaking of why am I this particular species of creature? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. This is a good thing, right? You wanted to remain this way?
Well, of course it's a good thing. Okay. I wasn't scheduled to do this until later tonight.
Oh, you were supposed to do... And they look up... Okay. So this is a great sign. I think something... Because I noticed the issue with the bowl happening and such like that, right? When my siblings getting ready to pretty much go ham on this thing. Okay, so they will pause, be like, "Okay, so this is a good sign. Do you think you could be able to take yourself back home? I saw my siblings; they seems to be in trouble, and I want to see if I can help them."
Of course, I'll take you back immediately. I like this dress. And go ahead and roll me a perception check.
All right. Boop. All right, 13 on a die. Dirty 20.
So there's something strange. Not just the fact that she didn't complete her shift, but you look at the iron bars and you look at the window behind her, and there is no reflection.
Ooh. Now, just to recall, I'm presuming this is not the first time we had a circumstance like this before.
Mm-hmm.
When the previous time, did she had a reflection then?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's a lichen, not a vampire.
Exactly. So they will pause and be like, Mikali, I know this night has been getting weird, but you might want to turn around. And they'll point to the bar so she can look at her reflection.
This is terrible. I can't see myself. and I'm beautiful.
Yes, but like, what does this mean? Like, I don't understand how, like, you should.
I just, not to be weird, but my intestines just returned to those of human intestines. So I am not the best for answers at the moment. Isn't this your thing? Don't you? Oh, there's the kidney. It's back. Isn't this your thing?
In a way, yes, I do it from time to time, but I've never seen myself become invisible. So, like, or not having a reflection. So I'm thinking something huge is going on right now.
Well, your reflection is rather odd as well.
Wait, what? Well, I mean, I'm not beautiful, but let me take a look. And they'll turn around and see what's in front of them.
As you look at your reflection turns and looks at you just as a normal one would, but you also see off in the distance a hand grabbing and pulling Dawada into the reflection's sight.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I have to go now. My sister is in trouble. I will be right back. I promise. And before anything, you just see arcane ley line starts to just transition down their body as like white glows just starts to spread, and then you just see like particles of metal just spread around them as they use their armor skill to pretty much don on their armor. And then a mask kind of forms which has like blue eyes underneath it. And you see like kind of like almost arcane glowing coming from the boots, and they take off into the air to fly after them.
How many times do I have to tell you to get out of the carriage when you do that? You can see she's yelling at a hole in the carriage as he just.
Sorry, I'll pay for it.
No, you won't.
Yeah, well, I'm not rolling like that.
Don't have any money.
Yeah. They'll find a way.
So you're flying back. And it's gonna be just a little bit, but you can see the orb off into the distance as it's 50 feet up in the air. And so our camera's going to zoom away from you flying full speed Iron Man style to the rest of the family, Pruitt, Seneca, Dari. You see Dawada being pulled into the orb, and then just like that, gone.
Oof.
This is getting to be annoying. Seneca, you mind giving me a boost up there for a moment?
Yeah, sure. So I hold my hands here. I put my swords to the side, realizing I have to be really descriptive about everything I do, and put my hands together, clasp them to give Dari like a foot up.
Awesome. I'm going to say, Seneca, give me a strength check, and Dari, give me I'll give you a choice of acrobatics or athletics.
We're 100% doing our cheer routine that we learned as kids and performed for the family. So.
I'm gonna give that to you at advantage then, as this is what we're going to call family moves.
Thank you.
So I'm going to actually write this down as a Seneca Dari family move.
I got, this is so wonderful, 23. No, 24.
I rolled 20. It's not.
I love this, that we do gymnastics. Or that we do cheerleading.
19 acrobatics.
Okay, so you got 13 acrobatics, and what did you get, Seneca?
24.
Okay, so it's Dari, you jump on and you get in perfect position, and Seneca woof, just launches, and you get. I'm gonna say this launches you because it's a family dynamic. I'm gonna give it a little boost. This is gonna launch you about 35 feet into the air, so you get like a little bit more than halfway to so the dome is here, you're like halfway. So what do you choose to do here?
When he gets towards the top of his jump, he will summon his packed weapon as a chakram, or like this kind of circular pink and purple blade of energy, and he will throw it. And as he throws it, it will split into two, and I will make my 2 attacks with my magic.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me your 2 attacks.
Ooh, 18 and 19. So that is a total of 27 and 28.
You hear them skittering across the orb, cutting a horizontal line as you throw them, and they meet right back to the point of origin, and you catch them, and you're about to begin falling down. What would you like to do?
He's going to look fabulous as he's falling backwards.
All right, and does Seneca catch, or?
Oh yeah, I think this is where I grab Pruitt and we do the basket catch.
I'm even gonna make y'all roll for this. I'm not gonna. Y'all just pull an absolutely dope bring it on move.
Yeah,
and Dari just lands soft as can be. And you see there are now 2 gashes across this silver orb. And slowly, you can see that they're starting the process of repair. What were you about to ask?
Well, I have the the ring of mind shielding, and since this thing was talking to my siblings, is it in our head? Will it eventually speak to me, or does this make a difference?
So it hasn't attempted to talk to you yet.
Correct. Great. Well, I'm not important. It's fine. It's fine.
But you can clearly, I will say, you're able to kind of glean that it has talked to some of your family.
Okay. Great.
Before
I'm gonna slip on the ring just for.
Okay.
Before the cracks heal, I'd like to cast gaseous form on myself.
Oh boy, yeah, let's go.
And I'll do it like as a running start and then cast it on myself, so then I turn into this gaseous green fog and try to enter one of the cracks.
All right, and as you get closer to it, you can see that it's actually repairing a lot faster than it appears from down there, but you're able to get inside.
All right, okay.
And the camera's going to shift over to Dawada. And Dawada, you are suddenly in an ancient castle. And you're in like an office in the castle. You see a big, elaborate black chair that's unnecessarily high, and in a stone desk, and a figure that is obfuscated in just pure darkness that seems almost gaseously covering all of their features. And they sit back as you enter, kind of stumbling because it's like somebody just pushed you, and you land and you hear, "Duwata, to what do I owe the pleasure?"
You have the advantage of knowing my name. May I know your name?
There are simply far too many names for me to give you. What would you like to call me?
What do you feel like answering to today, then?
No one.
Cool. No one. What's going on?
I found a very useful resource. And and I am using that resource, and you are in the way.
I'm going to assume that resource are my neighbors and fellow people down at the festival, huh?
Not all of them. Just the useful bits. And he outstretches his hands, and you see a woman obfuscated in black, shadowy fog, just like he is. And then you see that figure start to convulse, and then it lands on all fours and growls. I need you and your dreamless siblings to simply go home. Leave me to my work. Or I will remove you.
I feel like I've been very polite this whole time. And you have been really giving me these bad vibes. Personally, I don't care. As long as my family is fine, we can go. I don't care.
My God.
But you know what? I didn't stop you when you were talking. That's very rude.
No, I am upset because we have an intruder.
Oh.
And with that, you can see there is fog that kind of appears behind you. And Pruitt, you see a shadowy, like feline cat, like clearly with the ears back, and you can tell its maw open, ready to attack, and a masculine figure leaning on a throne, just looking at the both of you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if Duwata would have seen me in this form yet, because this is new stuff that Pruitt does since she left home. So, I can't talk, so I don't know.
Nope.
Can I?
So he's just like looking at this.
A hand and wave at Duwata and like make a P.
I would say like you're gas, so you get to control what the form of your gas looks like. So if you want to like shape it into letters, I'll shape it into a absolutely P. Down with that. Yep.
Yeah, just a P. I don't want that person to know too much, but I want Duwata to just feel like safe, know that I'm a friend, I'm a sister.
Cool.
So
I think with my insight being, my passive insight being 18, I feel like I can tell that is.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Fair.
Fine.
It's a low DC. Yeah.
It is a 13.
It was DC 10, so absolutely, you're like you can kind of put together. P, intruder, the only people that were kind of awake were me and the family, and he seems to really be annoyed by my family. Yeah, that's really.
So I'm going to just stand in front of the gaseous P, and I'm like, "What's up? Are you gonna listen to we could continue talking? Like, if I could convince my family to leave, and you're not technically going to." Kill? Wait, let me just check first. Are you going to kill the people down there, or do you just need a little bit of their dreams? Because honestly, I don't really care. I've been dreamless.
Too much.
Yeah.
One more word. And I will show you the full extent of my ill intent.
What else can we see in this orb, the inside of this orb?
Go ahead and roll me I'm going to say this is an investigation. This is like, you have the benefit of not having eyes. So like, he doesn't realize what you're doing. So go ahead and roll me that investigation at advantage.
Oh, advantage. Thank you. Because the first roll was not doing it. 17.
Okay, so you're looking around, and this is a massive castle. You can kind of get that from taking a look at the windows, and you can see towers out there. But there's nothing in all of Nerve that you've seen that looks like this. You can see that there are books and tomes all over. And with your investigation, you're looking at the books. And you ever been in a dream and tried to read?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, there are things all over, but the more you pay attention to it, the more obscure they become.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are there are things that you do recognize, though. I'm gonna say you kind of take a quick look out the window, and you see a tree that looks very similar to the one in your backyard. You see Pixie off in the distance. You see little familiar landmarks of Nerve, but they're all off a little bit. And from this, you can kind of tell that you're in the shared dream. Like, this is everyone's dream.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I sense anything about how this person is siphoning the energy, or yeah?
That would be an Arcana check.
Okay. $13?
This is a little bit beyond you here. It's you're really locked into the natural world, but this is very clearly in the realm of the supernatural.
Okay.
Dawada, while this is all going down, what do you do?
I look him.
You've been threatened with one more word, and
I look him straight in the eye, and I say, "Rude." And then I smile.
Sicker. And you see the cat jump to pounce, and the camera's going to zoom. Dari, Seneca, you are outside, and you can see that the glass is starting to repair itself, and there's like a shh that you hear off in the distance, and you look and you can see that there is something flying, making a beeline towards that orb.
Do I know inherently that it's a cat? Because I don't like them, as we know.
No, you can just tell that there's something flying towards it, but you can't quite tell what.
Okay, great. Dari, this is not good. I don't know what to do. This is out of my intelligence.
Oh,
well,
you're
if I
muted.
could hear you, I'm sure you can make me feel comfortable.
I was muted, yes. You have to calm down, first of all. You can't be nervous. Breathe.
Our sister is in the orb, and Pruitt's gone. And where's Ruinari?
Surprisingly, I don't know. So I imagine that they will arrive soon enough, or be in some sort of trouble soon. Either way, I'm sure they will be fine. You all are quite powerful now. All we have to do is break it. And knowing both of them, they're probably going to end up breaking whatever is inside of there before we get the chance to anyway. So it's fine.
So you're saying like we should just get a pretzel and call it a day because they got it?
Absolutely not. If they do that, then we'll never hear the end of it when they finish. We have to at least look like we're doing something useful over here.
I know you want us to destroy it, but do you have any idea how? Maybe what they're doing, maybe they're never going to come back.
No, I wasn't told that it would happen, so it's fine.
What do you mean you weren't told that was... Oh, well, I mean, you would know, I guess. But, like, do you know how this is going to play out?
You could say that. It's much harder to explain. And then Dari's going to manifest a longbow in his hand and is going to shoot an arrow at the thingy.
Okay.
The sphere.
Go ahead and roll me a attack roll. And also, Rowanari, are you making any noise as you fly towards the orb?
Not really. I think the only noise, they don't make any noise. They're just beeline. I do believe, of course, Rose Gold, which is their homunculus, is probably flying next to them as they kind of skate by.
Yes.
But yeah, they're just going straight in towards where they saw the Iwata get pulled in.
Okie dokie. Oh, what'd you get on your longbow attack?
Dirty 20.
You shoot and you see the arrow just breaks and goes in.
What if that hits our sisters?
I don't think I could hit them with an arrow if I really wanted to, honestly. I think they're much too fast for that.
Fair.
Seneca, breathe. You are more than talented enough. You are a champion swordswoman. Breathe.
I know.
Breathe.
I'm breathing.
No, you're really more like hyperventilating. It's not really breathing.
Okay, fine. I just like bend over and put my head between my legs and I do pick up my sword, so it's like they're kind of like held behind me.
As you lean over to take that breath, that's when you kind of recognize that thing that's flying, is that Rowanari?
Dari, I found our brother. I found our sibling.
Oh, can all of you fly now? I feel left out.
I can't.
I'm offended.
We're
together.
Do I see them on the side by chance?
Yeah, it's very clear. I mean, as you're flying closer, you would have heard the of the arrow hitting the dough. So yeah, you can see. And literally the only people moving in this festival are them. Everyone else is looking up with black tears coming down their eyes.
What is happening? And they'll just kind of like look towards Rosebud and give them a nod, speaking telepathically of like, let's meet with the others. And then they'll kind of like just skirt down to the ground where they're hovering a few feet above. And they look over with their bright blue eyes underneath their mask and say, oh, are they inside? Can you all fly? I can bring you all inside if we need to.
No, I can't. I can't fly. No.
I mean, you know I can't fly.
I wasn't sure. I don't want to cross anything out in case you have some special techniques.
Where have you been?
Oh, safe to say there was a emergency over in my friend. But it's all taken care of now.
In your friend?
I plead the fifth, but safe to say things are good now.
That's fair. We sometimes we do have we created this while you were gone. We have 10 pledges, and what they're pleading is the 5th pledge, which is I don't have to tell you, you don't have to tell me.
Yes. So
time to honor that.
It's in the rules.
Sure. Right, but we should really hurry up and either break that thing or go in there, because if Dewata does it first, she's never going to let us live it down about us being irresponsible, and I just got back. I don't want to have to deal with that.
We need 2 of us on the ground in case they come back in physical form to bucket catch them, okay?
So you all want to stay out here?
Well, no, 2 of us. Me, I will not go inside, thank you.
Why not?
And someone else. We have no idea whether it's a good idea to go inside or not. I am a outside in person. I'm not going inside.
Well, what if they're in danger?
I'm trying to help in the way I'm able to help Ruinari. We're wasting time arguing this.
Okay.
It's going inside. And you see a couple of the people whose eyes are looking up. Their heads come down and they begin moving like marionettes, walking at you saying, no one goes inside. And one of the guards and is marching towards you. And you see that there are a couple others just like that.
This is my job. You two, one of you go inside, the other stays out here to catch our Sims.
All right. So
I see the noble person that was a douche earlier.
You do see the noble douchebag.
Gizzard.
Also, In this, though, you see a couple of your neighbors, including Boyd, Oscar, and yeah, like pretty much all of Nerve is slowly marching towards all of you. And you can see some of the casters are even sloppily doing their gestures to cast spells.
I'm gonna sidebar with Dari really quick. I'm wrong about this. I should go inside, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're willing to kill all of these people.
I'm not going to.
Make us look bad.
But there's like too many to like get creative and like
Yeah.
you know tie them up.
Yeah, we'd probably lose eventually.
All right, let's just go. All right, Runar, you were right. Let's go
wasn't
inside.
that, but thank you for doing this. Here, take my hand, and they'll offer their hands out to them. And then from that, try to fly into the into the area.
I'm not gonna make you guys roll for that. I'll let you easily rocket them up. Are you sure that that's what you all want to do? Just want to give everybody another chance?
I'm not. I can't kill our neighbors. I can't do it. I can't.
That's fair. That's fair. And so you're all taken up. You're all taken up, and you, Rorinari, since you're leading the pack, just before you make contact with it, you see your reflection hovering, going, "Are you sure?"
Yes, you will see now. Wait till I come inside. Everyone's going to see. And then they just try and start diving straight into that area.
Roll me a Constitution.
Okay. All right.
Or save. Sorry.
Yay. Okay, I got that in. Okay. 14 plus 6. Another 30, 20.
Okay. Now make me a Wisdom save.
Advantage on that. They got for advantage because the first roll was a 5. Okay, second roll is a 13 plus 4. 13 plus 4. 17.
All right. So you feel yourself like, even though you want to go in, there's a second where you're just like, can I not come in? And you realize, nope. And you and everybody you're with gets sucked in to the orb. Dari, were you with Rowanari?
Yes.
So that means that the entire family is now in the realm of nightmares. And that's where we're going to take our break.
All right. Well, I hope you like what you see here. And if you like what you see, make sure to join our Discord, which you should see in the chat below. We have a section for spoilers as well as for non-spoilers, fan art, and more. And we'll be back for the second half of Fractured Destiny within 10 to 15 minutes. But until then, farewell for now. All right. And we are now back for the second half of Fractured Destiny. So with that, Noir, take it away.
Hey, that's me. All right, everybody. So when we last left off, 5 of our sextuplets have made it into the Nightmare Realm. For the sake of story, Scarlet has decided to stay back to make sure that the people of Nerve don't kill each other. And as being one of the fastest and elusive members of the family, we're more than certain that Scarlet is going to be just fine. But our camera is going to zoom inside this silver orb. Still salty. And I can't wait for combat. And we come in to seeing the rest of the family appear. And the first thing that you all see is a shadowy, large cat-like figure jumping at and swiping at Duwata. So I am going to actually roll the attack on you, Duwata, as I have the stats here. No, I'm not going to use that die. That dice rolls poorly. And you want to talk about beans, so here we go.
I also want to talk about pizza. How about that?
Don't start. Don't
do it. Don't do it.
We don't need a TPK
I
in the
made
first
that
episode.
mistake before. Don't talk about Chicago pizza with that one. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay. Does that say +5 to hit? I'm pretty sure that means +15. No. Speaking of, though,
It's too much power.
A 16 to hit Duwata.
It hits.
Okay, so you see this giant feline figure come and swipe at you, and it hits. So now we roll our damage. And the strange thing is, and you notice this almost immediately, is that as it cuts at you, it doesn't damage your armor, doesn't even pierce your skin, but you still feel the pain. And we're going to tell you how much pain you feel in just a second here. I'm organized. I got my stuff together. Don't worry about it. So that is 1 and 2. So that is going to be 8 points of damage. And I need you to roll me a Constitution check. Constitution save, sorry.
$19.
Okay, so you see, like, you kind of take a look under the armor, and there's just a black mark, and you see black veins start to go up your neck, but you're able to resist, and they recede back to the spot where you were cut. It turns around quickly. It turns around, seeing the rest of you, and it lets out. It makes all the movements of a roar, but no sound comes out. I need everybody to roll me a wisdom save.
Advantage.
I legit have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, you just kind of walked in and was just like, evil cat, what's going on?
Yeah,
What's that noise?
this is out of Seneca's pay grade. 14.
22.
Okay.
13.
Did anybody, if you got below 15, raise your hand, essentially. Okay, so we're going to start with Seneca. Seneca, what is your greatest fear?
Cats.
Oh no.
You hear the entire hallway. Ew, 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 just cats everywhere. And then you look in the hallways and you see the reflective eyes everywhere of millions.
I said we shouldn't come inside.
You are now frightened.
Okay.
And you notice as Seneca starts to shrink from the fear, Seneca physically gets a little smaller and the cat gets a little bigger. Dari, what is your greatest fear?
Probably his family dying.
You take a look behind you and you can see past the wall and you see your sister down there trying to fight off all of Nerve. And you just hear arrow after arrow. Sorry.
This is a trick. Just a
And
trick, of course.
with that, you see
This
Scarlet
before?
drop to one knee.
Just an illusion, it is fine. No worse than my training, of course. They will not die so easily.
You see Dari shrink, and the cat gets a little bigger. You are now frightened. I'm going to need everyone to roll me initiative.
Yikes. It's too late, and I definitely have shrunk, but I do have the ring of mind shielding. Perhaps I didn't enact it in time, or would that not
It
have
does
changed
not
things?
protect you from that.
Okay, wonderful. Great.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, somebody is big mad. Okay. All right, let me pull up the initiative.
17 for me.
So if I could just have you all put your initiative in chat and then I'll organize it. Y'all are not messing around. Yeah, y'all are not messing around. All right, so far. And Seneca. All right, so to start off, it's Dari's. It's your turn. You see a shadowy figure cloaked in. You see a figure cloaked in shadow sitting on this throne, and you see the cat that just swiped at Duwada. And you look behind you and you see Scarlet 50 feet below you. It's almost like you're looking into. It's almost like you're looking into a waterfall and you can look down and you see Scarlet on one knee, being as a mob is rushing in.
He is going to manifest his packed weapon, except for this time, it takes the shape of this dark purple and pink curved sword, and the damage it does is psychic from that. And he is going to close his eyes and kind of mentally return to the training he endured with his lovely people, and will go forward and target the. So there's the cat person, there's the cat, and then there's the
Nightmare Cat and the Nightmare Lord. Go ahead and roll me a charisma check.
Goodness.
What'd you get?
Natural 20. Wait, is this actually rolling dice?
Yeah.
Right?
You hear a voice in your head that goes, I would not have picked you if you were so easily fooled by tricks like this. Stand strong. You represent me, after all. the frightened condition is removed from you, and you look down, and your vision is hazy for a second, but you see a spectral hand kind of you see a spectral hand, and it presses itself on your eyes and then vanishes. And you look down, and you see Scarlet is fine, just blocking attacks. You can see just like jumping on Boyd's shoulders, kicking him down, almost taking a pleasure, like just kind of trolling Boyd in particular. And it's not much, but the rest of you see Dari grow just a little bit.
Of course not. I've done far worse. Then he's going to go after the cat with his sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your attack.
Roll 20, hold on. Oh, that one is a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm. And a 15 will, in fact, hit. Go ahead and roll me your damage.
For why I rolled 20, I didn't get roll dice properly. Oh, wow, so that's 12 points of psychic damage.
Jeez.
Max damage.
And so you swipe this thing, and you hear screams instead of like a roar. Just various voices screaming as you cut into this thing. But inside, it's almost like there's a scene that it's where there would be blood if you cut an actual cat. There's almost like a scene that you can see inside the shadowy figure, but it quickly is covered up in darkness again. Is there anything else? Oh, go for it.
I have thirsting blade, so I have to do this 2 times. It's 21.
That's gonna hit.
Nice. Right. This time it is 3 plus 5 plus 1. 9 points of psychic damage.
9. Okay, so you cut again at the same spot, and again, there's something happening inside this thing. I will let you try and see what it is at the cost of your bonus action.
But so before I make this decision, this creature does not bleed, correct?
It does not.
All right, then yeah, I use my bonus action. What I see.
So roll me a perception check, and that's going to tell me how much you see.
Keep going. What's one?
What'd you get?
8 total.
With an 8, before the shadows cover it up again, you see a figure looking up clearly at the orb, and then you look into the eyes of this figure, and there is a dream that's happening, and you see someone in shining armor in a defensive pose, and they look at you from the inside of this cat, and they nod, and they begin to lunge, and then
This is made up of their dreams. I don't presume you all do anything with that, right? No? Yes? No? Maybe?
Do you say that to all? You say that out loud to all of us?
Yes.
Huh.
And with that, it is Dawada's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
So basically, each humanoid that is in a 20-foot radius sphere must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail this saving throw, and if you are charmed or frightened, it suppresses that effect.
And as soon as you begin to cast this, you hear no. And you could feel your spell being taken. And
Can I counterspell that?
yes, you can.
Counterspell the counterspell.
Okay.
Decide what goes through here, my friend.
So you see a spectral hand coming to grab the spell, and it has it as the counter spell is beginning to crush Dewada's spell in that same. And tell me, what does your counter spell look like?
But for Dari, it's almost as if like hands just kind of emerge and like the what's the I forget the Greek, the muses, I think the three sisters who are doing the thing with
Fates.
it's almost like six kind of older hands just kind of emerge and kind of engulf it, and it's gone.
So there is a cold spectral hand grabbing the spell, getting ready to crush it, and each finger is now grabbed by the hands of fate, and and you hear the sounds of bones breaking as this spectral hand just vanishes. It doesn't break, but they just shatter like glass. And now everybody gets a chance to make a save because of Delata's very peculiar choice of spells. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
What's the save again?
Basically, if you choose to fail it, you are 16, and you are frightened. Seneca specifically, you cannot be frightened anymore.
If I choose to fail it?
Yes, because you're frightened, and I'm giving you calm emotion.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to accept it. Yeah. I think, yeah.
So Delata, tell me what it looks like as your magic calms Seneca.
So what happens is the smell of a home cooked meal just floats out of Delata. It's like a little pulse that just sort of like brings out the smell of a nice breakfast, hot chocolate, a warm bed, and it's like a nice. It covers everyone who fails to check or chooses to accept it. It covers that in that peaceful, calming.
It smells like this morning.
Yeah, basically.
Are there still cats here?
They all start to vanish, and that shadow cat that has been attacking you, the shadows fade from it, and Rowanari, you recognize the were form of Macaulay, who stands up, still shifted, and goes, "I'm so sorry," and fades back.
Oh, snap.
And the Nightmare Lord is on his throne. Well, if you're going to take away my toys, I suppose. And he gets up and conjures a scythe. I'll have to do things myself. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Duat?
I do have a question. I don't know if it's when I click on the bonus action, it says I can do a spiritual weapon attack. Do I have to cast it first and then, or does it mean
because you've already casted a spell?
Right. Yeah, that's I just
unfortunately. Yeah.
Cool. Then it does say I have. What does two weapon fighting mean?
That means that if you did a melee attack this turn, you can use your bonus action to do a second one.
Awesome.
But you casted a spell instead, so yeah.
I don't think I have any other. Oh, I do have a bonus action. Oh wait, does it? Sorry, I'm just confused by D&D Beyond. It says I can cast Sanctuary as a bonus action.
Again, you've already cast a spell this turn. So if you were to, if you casted a cantrip, then you could cast Sanctuary Spiritual Word or Mass Healing Word, but you've already casted a level
Sweet, then
spell.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Alrighty. That I was not expecting to happen. That brings us to Pruitt. And you see the Nightmare Lord is now getting into fighting shape. What do you choose to do?
Okay, I would like to yeah, I think I'm gonna just do this. I'm going to activate, I'm gonna use one of my wild shapes to activate Symbiotic Entity.
Yeah.
So instead of turning into an animal, I'm actually just awakening the spores that infuse me. And so you all would see Pruitt start to become almost like green, like a, not quite like She-Hulk, but like a green thing in the shape of a Pruitt with magical like green spores kind of floating off of her. And
this is the first time that you've done this since walking through the poison, the poisoner's row. Tell me how you would like to integrate Lilith's tears into this form.
Ooh, how about there are vines also coming out this time?
Yeah, there we go. So this is kind of new to you, as you've done this before, but this is a little different.
Sorry, I'm putting in my temporary. I get 20 temporary hit points now.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
Yes. And I do have a bonus action of Shillelagh. Shillelagh. I said it like a black girl. Shillelagh. I don't know how not to say it like
I want us to have a friend, Shillelagh, that we all know. Yeah.
I got Shillelagh. Can I use my Shillelagh, please?
Absolutely, you can use your shillelagh.
I can't say it any other way. Shillelagh. I don't even know how to properly say it. It's like an Irish word or something. It's Shillelagh. It's like a Gaelic word, I guess.
Oh, my Shillelagh. Yeah, it's probably Shillelagh. I don't know.
Shillelagh. I'm putting it in chat. So yeah, I'm using my Shillelagh. I
was not spelling that.
Shillelagh.
If you allow me, and DM, I'm sorry I didn't ask you this before. I thought I had equipped myself with a quarterstaff, but I have a scimitar, and I'm not sure if I have both. But the Shillelagh works with the wood of a club or quarterstaff.
So you realize that you do not have a quarterstaff, and you hear a very quiet voice. Can I help?
Oh, yeah.
One of your hairs that is intertwined with vines shoots out, and you're able to grab it and.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Then I'd like to make an attack now with this new staff.
Absolutely, go ahead and roll me your attack.
Cast at will. I think I just rolled damage actually.
So Shillelagh makes it so it does more damage.
Oh, right.
And you get to add your wisdom modifier now.
I have to
but
do
you
a
still
melee.
have to make.
Got it. So I guess that would just be my regular, like a scimitar. Got it. Okay, so I'm rolling that. That's a 17. And then, does that hit?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. And then the damage for Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
I actually hit. Dang, I should. Well, it's actually a 19. Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing.
Then you super hit.
Okay, then I super hit. Great. And then damage is going to start with 6. Sorry.
Okay.
And then it so that's the Shillelagh damage, 6. And then I also get some necrotic stuff this is the first time I'm doing symbiotic who's-he what's it.
It's fun. So you deal an additional 1d6 points of necrotic damage when you hit with a melee weapon attack.
Yeah, so I will roll that d6.
So essentially, your quarterstaff weapon in your hand while you're in symbiotic entity does 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier worth of damage, which is Nice.
Muy nice.
It's a nice.
So I believe that is 12 total then.
Okie dokie. And so you hit this thing. You do kind of register that the necrotic damage isn't hitting it as hard.
Okay.
But because the weapon is shillelagh'd, you also understand that a regular quarterstaff probably might go through this guy. But this,
okay.
and you see you hit him twice, and it's just knocked back, and some of the shadow comes off, and for just a second you can see colored cloth under the shadow, but quickly it forms back up, and you hear, "I didn't expect for you to be a challenge."
What? Rude.
Just ask our friend Shillelagh. She will fight for you.
Is Shillelagh. My staff is now named Shillelagh.
I love this.
Yes. Is there anything else that Pruitt would like to do?
No, that was it for me.
All right. And so it is now, it is the Shadow Lord's turn. And as they recover from the hit, you see they take this massive scythe and swipe at Pruitt.
Word.
No. That's a 12.
Hmm.
No, I didn't think so either. And so they swing at you, miss, spin, and now the attack is going to be at Dari. Why? A 15?
No.
Don't laugh at me.
No. It would be enough if I took off all my armor first.
Hold on, let me just.
Let me just take this off for a minute.
I'm gonna make you pay for this. And as a bonus action, you see they just kind of vanish into mist and shadow. That is going to bring us to, where did my thing? Okay, that's going to bring us to Rowanari. Rowanari, you saw the Nightmare Lord take a swing at Pruitt, who expertly dodged, and then Dari, who kind of almost looked like he felt pity at the attack. And then, out of sheer shame, the Nightmare Lord vanishes into dust and shadow. What do you do?
So I don't see them around anymore. Is that correct?
You do not.
All right. In that case, Rowanari has Seneca's body language changed from being removed from frightened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and you also saw Seneca grow just a little bit.
Okay. So in that case, what they're going to do is they're still going to keep a hand on Seneca's shoulders for support, and they're just like, "I'm here," and then they'll send out Rose Gold to fly next to where Diwata is, and they're going to use Rose Gold's reaction to cast Cure Wounds from a distance. So Rose Gold is going to touch. You will see this. For those who don't know, Rose Gold is Rowanari's homunculus in the rose gold coloring, bright sheen, and they're going to fly next to Diwata, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Heck yeah.
8. Okay, all right. 6 plus. Ooh, nice. You get 10 HP back. And from there, so Diwata gets 10 HP back, and I would just spend my action to see if I can locate where they may have transitioned to.
Roll me a perception check.
All right. Oh, well, that ain't that good. Well, I do have a higher perception, though, I believe. Yes. That is an 11.
Not gonna be enough.
Yeah, I think so. All right. That's it for my turn.
All right, that's gonna bring us to Seneca.
I want to just get stabby. I think like, I'm so mad that he took a swipe at my sis. And so I'm gonna full charge. Well, you know what? Oh, is the cat's gone?
Yes, the shadow cat is
Right.
gone.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna just full charge with my swords out. So like I'll do my two swords at the same time to charge at the dude.
So you can't see him just yet, but what you can do is you can hold your action to attack as soon as you see him again.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. I got you. So now we are at the end of the round, which means that it is layer actions, and I'm going to need everybody to roll me a wisdom save.
We have layer actions.
Remember, we get advantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how do you feel about? Well, do nat ones matter when you have advantage?
Only if you roll them twice.
Okay, then we're good. Never mind. I got a 16.
30-20.
Okay.
22.
If you beat 15, just let me know. Did everybody beat 15?
Oh no,
Do
Diwata.
Oh wait, what? Sorry.
Wisdom
Did you do the wisdom save?
I'm about to. Sorry, my bad. I got distracted. I got 18 plus 8. Yeah, I beat it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you all see is the room gets real cold and dark, and there's something that's clearly probing your mind for your fear. Tell me how you all resist it. You can feel that it's looking in the darkest corners of your mind to find the things that you dare not acknowledge.
I think how Rolanari was able to resist it is by keeping their hands on Sanaka's shoulder. And so that grip was kind of like a weight in reality to keep them realize that they're in this moment versus being taken off to whatever that area was going to transition them to.
I'm going to jump in. I think that's a lovely idea. However, there is a deep, dark secret that I've been trying to keep from Rowanari. So I think there's a lot of fear that is coursing through me. But so like it's half comforting that they have their hand on my shoulder and half not comforting because I don't know if we'll all be connected or not. So perhaps after you're a little bit grounded, I pull away and I feel like I want to just shake my hair out, like the dandruff or something like that.
Okay, so it's just like there's this family connection and like the unease of it is just like I got time to be afraid because I'm trying to keep the secret.
Yeah, because I'm afraid if they're going into the deep dark recesses and I can feel that probing and I'm connected with Ronari, that's not a good situation for me in the moment.
I love it. Pruitt, how do you resist the fear being drawn out of you?
I think Pruitt starts to just steel herself, but then Lilith's tears just kind of takes over. And
I like it.
Just kind of like protects me from that.
I will say that when this thing is probing your mind and as it gets in, there's just a little whisper. My strength is yours, your strength is mine. And then just get shunted out.
I think this is gonna work.
Tuwada, how about you?
The greatest fear that I have had already happened. So she's not that much afraid anymore because she survived it. So that is how she resists it. She's like, this is still the greatest fear I have. being separated from my loved ones, like my siblings, and I survived it. And I'm fine right now. You can't. We're fine. We're together again. You can't take that away from me.
And with that, it shuts it out. And Dari, how do you repel the fear?
Well, for Dari, during one of his many training sessions, he was forced to deal with all the possibilities of fate and all the things that could happen. So he just simply calms down and accepts that things will occur the way they are meant to be, no matter what he does. And that calms him.
And with that joint show of courage, there is a flash of light that emanates from all five of you. And it brightens up the darkest corners of this room. And you hear, "Ugh!" And the Nightmare Lord appears almost shunted out of the shadows. Seneca, it's your time.
I am so ready for this. Okay, so I forget how to fight though. So I just roll strength.
So you're going to roll. Let me see here, because I have your character sheet here. So Seneca, you are going to roll a d20 plus 6.
Plus 6, amazing. That I understand now. My brain sometimes. So that the first one is 18, and then the second one is 21.
Okay, and you do have 2-weapon fighting, so that means as a bonus action, you can attack a third time if you like.
Great. So I think I'll do like a / gut check if I can. So I'll roll again. Let's see how that goes. This one is going to be 17.
Okay, so all 3 of them hit, but what you're noticing is that your swords are not magical, and so they're about to pass through. Now, I like to take narrative liberties with things. If you can provide me with 3 charisma rolls that beat 10, something will happen.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Oh, can I cast guidance?
No.
Dang it.
Oh, the first one failed.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So that means they're all gone.
Oh, no. So
other
that means
2.
that the first attack is just regular. It's
Understood.
Just regular.
I thought I needed to get over 10 3
Oh,
times.
no.
Okay. Yes. Awesome. This one is 24.
Okay.
And that one is so just one of them. The second one.
Okay, so the first attack goes through, and as it goes through, there is a flash of nightmares, of horrors in your mind. And it doesn't stop you, but you can tell that you're only doing half damage. The second time, however, what is a positive, loving memory that Seneca would hold on to draw strength?
Sure. Yeah. I think drinking Diawata's hot choco for the first time ever.
And so,
yeah.
So you're just kind of, you rebuff the nightmare with a pleasant memory, and you see your sword flash gold, and it cuts. And for the first time in this fight, you see blood on your sword.
Ooh.
And then the third and final strike goes through, and there's nothing. Please roll me your damage.
Yes. Before I don't know how to do it. Adding 5.
So it's 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah, so I'm rolling it. Oh, I'm sorry. I should do this like a different way. I'm going to do all 3 at the same time. Oh goodness. So 9, 10, 17.
Okay, so 17 total?
17 total.
All right, so boop, boop, boop. I'm just going to reduce that by 5 because of the 2 attacks.
Half hit, yeah, great.
Yep. But you can tell that you actually damaged, like you've cut through. And you hear, and there is the sound of many voices in his scream. And that is going to bring us to the top of the round with Dari.
I would like to cut him.
Bring it on. What do we get? Jesus. Yeah, that
I
hits.
am upset.
Alright, so yes, let's see what the other one. Let's see what the other one is before I do this.
There's an 18. An 18 hits.
18 does hit.
So he just he runs forward, and this time as he's bringing the weapon forward, it shifts from the kind of curved hook blade into kind of a short sword that is almost a replica for Seneca's, and he brings it down first with the right hand across, and then when it gets through, he drops it and picks it with the left hand, and then goes back through.
Yeah.
And then with my bonus action, I would like to take the sword, flip it around, and throw it to Seneca. Try this one. And my sword does psychic damage.
Yeah, so it will do full damage.
Magical. So let me roll the actual.
That's pretty darn cool. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome. So my actual attack does.
Oh, y'all over here flexing on my bad guy.
So it does a total of 16 points of damage from the two attacks together.
All right. He is so he takes the damage, but he is going to use a legendary action. He vanishes into mist and appears behind Dewata. Dewata, I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Yeah, Kalash Star is dope.
So it is 18 plus 8.
I hate this game. All right.
36.
Yeah, shut up.
Sorry. I mean,
Why did I attack? What? 1 second. Why did I attack the cleric? All right. He appears behind you and he puts his hand on the top of your head, and you can feel just fear. Just fear. And give me a positive moment. Give me that nugget or that memory that Dewata would hold on to fight the fear.
it would definitely be the day that Dari and Pruitt returned. And she didn't realize that they would come back. She knew that they would, but the minute that they started being able to like reach the point, the distance where they can do a mind link, that's when Dewata feels one of the happiest moments. Like, they're back! Oh my gosh! I gotta cook stuff. I gotta buy stuff, but also I gotta hug them first. So that is the memory that she's holding on to right now because, hey, we're finally all together again.
You all see this pitch black figure's hand begin to sizzle. He takes his hands off as though Dewata was made out of fire and curses an abyssal. I'm so sorry.
And then his phone rings.
Hey, Lord.
Night Lord, what can I do for you?
Nightmare Lord, what's up?
Nightmare Lord, like, hey, you making me look bad here, fam. Why did you attack the cleric? I don't know, man. I was trying. All right, so sorry, but let me laptop. All right, so anyway, he retracts his hands as though you were made out of fire, and you can tell that there is growing anger. And now we move on to oh, now it's in my head. Dewata, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to cast my spiritual weapon, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
Please tell me, what does your spiritual weapon look like?
It is a and tell me if this is okay. But my spiritual weapon is always going to be the weapon, like at least it'll look like it, but not have the same stats. But it'll always look whatever the person that she's fighting. So if the Nightmare Lord has the scythe, it will look like a giant scythe. But that is the spiritual weapon.
So that was your intent.
Yes.
You start and you form the scythe, and then a hand grabs the scythe, and you see a version of the Nightmare King, but clad in white. And he says, "Stand with me, guardians of the dream."
Okay. Yeah, let's stand together. Do I make him what? I don't know what.
Do you make the spiritual weapon attack?
Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry,
Okay.
I just got distracted by this really
Things happen.
pretty manly man that just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm gonna roll. How do you do that again? Sorry. All right. I'm gonna roll.
It's your wisdom bonus plus your proficiency.
So 15 plus 8, 23 to hit. And then it's 1d8 plus 5.
I'll just jump in my bad guys just immediately. That's fine.
7 plus 5. 12. And then I can do another bonus action, right?
No. Oh, well, yeah, you can.
Yeah, with the same thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the bonus action.
What bonus action you doing?
I'm gonna spiritually hit him again because I can do as a bonus action on your turn. You can move the weapon and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. I'm just gonna attack him again.
Yeah, let's let it rock. So 1d8. It's 1d20 plus 8.
Yeah. That is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And then the damage is 4 plus 5, 9. So what was the whole thing? I forgot. I should have been taking notes.
1d8 plus 5.
Yes. No, the one earlier as well. So I know I got a 7 plus 5 and then a 4 plus 5. Let me just write that down.
12 and 7. So
oh, sweet.
19.
19.
Okay. You can see that the Nightmare King is greatly wounded. And he takes a step back and he looks at this conjured image and he goes, "How can they defend the dream when they are the dreamless?" And the figure standing before them goes, "Because it is what they are made of." That's going to bring us to Pruitt.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, Pruitt is going to probably wait, hold on, let me just check. My bonus action is a melee, so if I'll do like chill touch.
Yep.
And then I'll do my shillelagh.
I will remind you that you are aware that necrotic damage does not seem to do as much.
That's right. Okay, so thank you. Let me see what I don't really have any other attacky spells. Actually.
I was looking at your spell list the whole time. Like,
Now I see it. I would like for our dear friend to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
15, please.
Is it a 1? Is it a 1?
You get a 1, Nightmare Lord. What's up?
Are you like overwhelmed, Nightmare Lord? Are we gonna
okay?
are we gonna meta this, Nightmare Lord?
Pruitt,
This is your worst nightmare.
Pruitt, you see vines cover his eyes.
Cool. Lilith Sears is dope. Yeah, okay, so he's blinded now.
Wow.
And as my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him hard with my little quarterstaff.
Go ahead,
I got
attack at advantage.
Okay, that's right. Oh, he's blinded. Okay, 16.
16 just misses.
Okay, all right.
So you go to hit with the staff, and even blind, he just catches it and goes, "I have had enough."
Okay.
And you
Chill,
see,
man.
who's rolling stuff? You see as he begins to conjure a spell. And I am going to need all of you to please go ahead and make me a dexterity save.
Dang. 14?
14.
18.
Pretty 20.
19.
But
Did everybody-
Ari is
did-
trying anymore?
Did everybody
Just
beat?
messing at this
Did
point.
everybody beat 17?
No.
I did. I beat 18. With 18.
Oh, not everybody beat. Oh, I thought y'all about to dunk on him again.
No.
All right. All right. So if you raise your hand if you got less than 17. Okay. All right. X go give it to you.
Yikes.
It's okay.
Come on, use up some of my hit points, Nightmare Lord.
Exactly.
Come on.
All right, here we go. So it's
Oh, now I'm scared.
all right. So that is that is 38 points of cold damage.
I'm sorry, what?
He goes, "That is enough!" And a cone of cold comes out of his mouth.
And I get that too.
Yeah.
How many? 38?
Danica, are
38.
you okay?
I'm not really very okay. I'm okay, but this will not go well if this happens again.
If I didn't have my temporary hit points, I would not be okay.
Wow.
You succeeded. Did we take damage or was it?
You take half.
Oh.
So
You said
that-
38, yeah. But that was the whole. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Goodness.
So that would be 17, I believe.
I got 16 left.
Okay.
You said 38?
9.
38.
The 38 if you failed, 17 if you succeeded.
Oh, 17.
Wow.
And everything in the room is frozen as this blizzard erupts from his mouth. And just for flavor, he grabbed the quarterstaff and he breaks it, but you're able to conjure up another one. I'm not even going to require an action of it, but it's just as a show of strength. Just
Wow.
and with that, we move on to Rowanari.
Okay, so I clearly see that Seneca and Pruitt definitely got hit with
Yes.
that attack pretty hard.
Yes.
Well, we all clearly got hit pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, when after recovery from the blast, you just see the ley lines and the arcane circles in their armor starts to shift and change its form into what looks less like arcane and more like stars as they use their wild shape to be able to change into their starry form. So now there's and it takes the form of an archer. From that, they're going to fly a bit in the air. They're going to first tell Rose Gold to fly towards Pruitt, and they're going to cast a guiding bolt first on this creature.
Okay, so that is your action and your bonus action, correct?
Yes, but I also get to do the bow and arrow thing. But yes,
is the bow and arrow thing a action or a bonus action?
A bonus action on that turn as well as every other turn is a bonus action.
Gotcha. That's right. That's right. All right. So go ahead and roll me that healing. And who's getting the healing?
The healing this time would be Pruitt. They're
just a note. I wouldn't say that you know this, but roll me a intelligence check.
Well, as a fortunately, our intelligence is my specialty as a what you call it. All right, that works. 14 plus 5, 19.
So you're looking at Pruitt, and Pruitt has like a symbiotic form right now. There's like vines in like all over. So Pruitt did get hit, but there is like a layer of protection for Pruitt. Seneca, however, just took it.
Am I also just really cold?
You have icicles in your hair and on your clothes.
So, Seneca, you may not like this, but Rose Gold is going to fly next to you and put their little paw on your back while staring. Yep, get their eyes. And Noir does that bourbon. Yep. And they're going to use their reaction to use Cure Wounds.
I'm just imagining poor Seneca being frozen in this thing, just hovering like.
I can't do anything about it. It's like, go away.
All right, and that's 9 hit points back for you.
Thank you.
No worries. And then for me, like I said, we'll go ahead and use my guiding bolt. I get advantage, right, because they're blinded?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Does the arrow do guiding bolt? God dang.
Well, so guiding bolt is going to be the action, and then the arrow is going to be the bonus action. Let me go ahead and go with the guiding bolt first. All right,
So wait, hold on. But the cure wounds is the action.
Oh no, that's the reaction from the.
I thought the homunculus used your action for the heals.
It does.
Well, I could be mistaken. You know what? Rule of cool it. We'll double spell it.
No worries.
No worries.
Okay.
I'll make a note to check that out.
Okay.
But yeah, let's rock it and roll it.
All right, no worries. Okay, so go with the guiding bolt. All right. Well, the first roll was a natural 20, so I would take that. That is. Oh, guiding bolt is 4d. How do you do your crits?
Okay, so normally it's double damage, but I have, and you can see in my roll 20, I don't have it set up here, so never mind. It's just double damage.
Double damage. Okay, perfect. All right.
But usually, and I'll have this set up for next time, I have what we like to call crit cards.
I remember those. So all right, perfect. So double damage for d6. It'd be a radiant damage of.
Wow,
Well,
I just rolled what the crit card would be for this, and I'm kind of glad we're not using it right now.
It'd be 24 points of damage from the guiding bolt. And so there's that. And then lastly, of course, is the bow, which I'll go ahead and roll that.
Don't forget, the next attack after guiding bolt has advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so I rolled it. Unfortunately, I'll just admit it was another natural 20. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that damage in place as well. Wow. And then 1d8 times 2, right? Double damage.
This happens in every game that Kira's in.
It had to balance out, though. It had to balance out. I rolled a 1 for damage, though, so that's 2 points plus 4. Yeah, so 6 points of radiant damage for the second one. Had to balance out, but it's okay.
He took like 30 points of damage.
They were
Nightmare Lord's still alive?
they're relatively upset.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he is he's alive.
Awesome.
And that's it for me. Flying up in the air, shooting radiant starlight from above.
Awesome. I'm glad Nightmare Lord is still alive.
Duwata has something planned for him.
So I'm gonna use my legendary action now.
What? What?
and-
Nightmare Lord?
Shut up. He's gonna disappear again, and he's going to reappear. This time behind Dari. Dari, I need you to make me a wisdom save, please.
I'm sorry. I'm You come at my family. You come at my family.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Tell me what positive moment did you hold on to resist the encroaching feeling, overwhelming feeling of fear?
So as this happens, Dari is reminded of when he snuck back into the city to watch Seneca's sword fight. And he doesn't even so much as acknowledge the spirit. He just kind of, remembering like the last fight, he just kind of positions himself in the position that the person fighting Seneca was in. Just kind of like, this is fine. This is good. This is how this ends. This is beautiful. This is fine.
And how very poetic that it is now Seneca's turn.
Yes, I know, it's so good. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna metagame for a second. As my siblings, do we need to know why this person's doing this so we shouldn't kill them, or is it just we should just end it?
As a person that, you know, the older sister here, I am killing this guy for like attacking you guys. That's
Got it. We don't need to. Okay,
I don't
great.
even need to be explained why.
Understood.
You just gotta
17.
go.
Yep. Fail. One
did you
hit.
say 17?
17.
Yeah, 17 hits.
That's the only one that hits, though, out of my 3.
Oh, okay. Roll your damage.
Since you're using my sword, it's a +1 sword, so it's a +1 to everything.
I rolled under 10 for those 2 other, but good to know. Is it a +1 to attack as well?
Oh, wait, hold on. No.
I'm sorry.
Frank, we forgot. Roll your first attack again at advantage because guiding bolt.
Oh my!
Actually, roll all 3 attacks at advantage. He's blinded.
Can I tell you? I'm so grateful that you're such a nice DM. That's just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is. Oh, it's at advantage. Oh my god. First one's 19.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That one's a fail. Next one's 21. Oh yeah, so one's 21 and one's 19. Okay, so great.
Damn.
Seneca, would you please be so kind as to tell me how you put this nightmare to an end?
I would like to do like a run up the wall move, like a cheerleader, like, you know, like my cheerleader gymnastics. No. So I turn my back to it and I have both my swords to my side and I do a backflip. And one of the things miss, but I would like to get my final blow in his skull, like in his noggin, essentially. And so I end up facing my fam on his, like with my feet on his shoulders, like this with the knife, and then the other knife up here.
And
Sword.
the moment you do that, your eyes go black and you feel yourself being overwhelmed by a nightmare of a large cloaked figure taking away all hope, destroying your kingdom. And then you see from the eyes of a child a blade cut through the darkness. And the person wielding the blade is you. And you see as the nightmare that has enveloped all of Nerve is put to rest by your blade. And you realize very quickly that this is the shared dream that all of Nerve is having. And it was a nightmare. And now all of Nerve knows the person that freed them from the nightmare is you. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Really, can Dari just be holding a sheet of paper with the number 10 on it in the air?
Yes.
I have like full blown chills. It was so cool. I shouldn't. Jessica, the gamer, is like not going to take credit because we all did this, but Seneca, the champion fighter, feeling really
200% claiming it.
Yeah.
You want to just gonna let it happen? You're just like, yeah, Seneca, you were really awesome. Yeah.
Okay, Mom.
Cheer.
And we will find out the repercussion of everything that happened here in the next episode.
Well, I definitely hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Our first episode starting off with a bang. So for one, thank you, Noir, for being such a fantastic DM. Thank you to this wonderful cast for being just incredible players and bringing such fantastic characters to this campaign. And thank you, viewers, for watching this, because without you, we wouldn't be here. And so with that, we're going to transition to our end soon screen to see who we're going to raid. And we'll see you
in jail.
You put your dice in jail. They've been bad.
And we'll see you back for episode 2 of Fractured Destiny. But until then, farewell for now.